But yeah, either way, let's start. So, welcome everybody to episode 8 of the SSF on Beginner's Spellbreaker. And let's go. I don't even know where I stopped the last time. I think I did Act 5, right? Yeah, I did Act 5, but I haven't done the dungeons yet or something like that, right? Like, I need to do the dungeons, and then I need to do Act 6 and 7, right? Something like that, maybe? Not sure. I'm not even sure if I did, like, Jagged Waste. I think there was something about that. That I forgot. Hey Rosenrot, welcome on, welcome on. Today's Kalakasha. You're a little bit optimistic, my friend. And of course, the second we go into the game, we're gonna check out a grimtools link. Alright, let's continue here. Or rather, start the video finally. So, yeah, I was gonna do Pine Barrens, then do dungeons. I think I did Hidden Path actually. And then do like Act 6 or 7, right? Probably 6 first. Or maybe just farm SoT. Maybe I should just like farm SoT today to like get proper gear. I need to do Act 7 for the Fettan mask, right? Okay. Maybe I should actually do that first, like do Act 7 until I get the level 94 Fettan mask. Okay, let's do that first. What click keyboard am I using? I'm using like a $10 Logitech keyboard. I know. It's like the cheapest Logitech keyboard you can get, kinda. I know, what is this? A Logitech K290. It's like a pleb keyboard. It's not a good one. But honestly, I've just gotten used to it, and it's totally fine for me. Did you farm for gear? Crucible SR dungeons? Whatever is most fun for you. I would say the most efficient is probably SR. Like SR either an elite or an ultimate. Waves 50 and higher. Oh wait, who did I even join here? We gotta check out the augments, right? Which augments would I be interested in? Oh, this is cold damage with Pierce actually, Solar's Glare, but that's not flat cold on these, right? So this is kind of whatever, I guess. Chaos Raz. Red and Pierce. Okay, Solar is kinda not that interesting for me. Should I change my name to Wrecked by Bees? Dude, I got wrecked by bees as well. But at least that build didn't have any masteries, right? Dreeg's Foresight, okay, that's more like Dreeg's Trash. Ozir's Wisdom is just always good to go for though. Yo Circle, thanks for the support and the sub, welcome on, welcome on. 15 months already, holy smokes. And I still haven't done the new icons yet. I mean, I guess you have like your special badge anyway, so it wouldn't matter for you. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, this one. 8 taps Glare, alright, so I guess we should side with either Bismiel or Dreeg. I haven't done Bismiel at all apparently. Okay, let's do Bismiel then. Let's buy this one here. And side with Bismiel. Alright.
You've been quite my dear. Then what this
So you've chosen yes.
Well, look what we
That was definitely not funny. It was pretty funny to be honest. But yeah, the fucking bees, dude, like sometimes they can surprise you.
serve the
Wrecked by Maggots? Yeah, that should be my name, right? Wrecked by Maggots instead. Maggots on this game, man. Wait, what did I do not damage? What is this? Did I forget something, or does my character just suck? Ah, it's actually fun. It's the highest crit so far, 123k. Ah, that's not too bad. Although it's still so fun stuff, right? Yo, Coffin Spirit, how are you? Welcome on, welcome on. Yo, Blasher, welcome on. How the hell did I crit for 123k though? Like, I'm hitting for 20k crits right now. I mean, I did switch around my spec a little bit, right, to make myself tankier at the cost of some DPS. While Breaker is considered very strong. I mean, so I would say like most people on at least the forums consider like Infiltrator to be stronger than Breaker. But other than that, dude, my PC is burning. What the heck is this? It's so hot today. So yeah, why is Breaker strong? I mean, Arcanist has pretty nice cold synergy for Nightblade, right? It also gives you, or like, it gives Nightblade nice defensive tools in the form of Modification and Mirror of Eruptives, right? And also percent absorption in the form of Maven Sphere, right? So Arcanist does provide pretty nice defensive skills, as well as a pretty nice exclusive, like CDR on the exclusive is pretty nice as well. For, say, especially Shadow Strike builds, right? And other than that, I don't know. It doesn't have like as many builds as Infiltrator, that's for sure. Like on a Breaker, you can kinda only do like 2 builds, I think. Maybe like 3. You could also like play around Soul Rend weapon, but dual wield is usually better than Soul Rend actually. So either you play like dual wield melee, right? And then you focus either on Shadow Strike or like default attacks. Or you could also do like a cast around Trolls and Sky Shard. So I guess there are like 3 ways to play it, which aren't like too many. But synergy is pretty easy to do. I like the green items that you get, like such as for example Markadar Sword, are pretty easy to get as well. Yeah, those don't stack the same item, yeah, exactly. I'm level 38 in a normal run right now. Do you just speedrun the game like this usually? On the last difficulty? It depends like how good your character is. If your character cannot do it, because like not like too weak, then you have to take things a little bit slower. Is that a real follow or a troll follow? Protoss boss. Fuck. Thanks for the follow.
Well met.
Max Nebula, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Also Igor, welcome. How are you? But yeah, like a fresh character that you don't have like without like any shared stash items, right, from other characters. I usually like full clear normal difficulty, like normal slash veteran difficulty. Then I kinda speed through elite so that I make my way to ultimate ASAP. Then ultimate it kinda depends like how strong the character really is, like how much gear already found, how much I still need to farm. And try to do like Act 6 and 7 later, right? Like once you have actual good gear. Like me starting Act 7 here is a little bit risky, or like Act 7 is like kinda okay up to like the Sunbane Oasis. After that it gets like really sketchy and you kinda want like proper gear before you continue there. But yeah, I wanna get the mythical, like the level 94 version of this Fettan mask. And then I'm gonna continue like farming some dungeons, farming some gear. Act 3 so far, nice. Okay. But yeah, breakers are like really easy to play through like on normal. On elite it's also still kinda easy, but like on ultimate, breakers start to become squishy, right? Unless you have proper gear. So you kinda have to like... yeah, like be careful sometimes that you don't die. And farm for gear before you do like actual harder content, right? But I think Breaker is still like a pretty decent first character because like Breaker is pretty good to like farm dungeons such as SoT, for example. Like it's really fast for farming those kind of dungeons, and like you are not gonna like push SR very deep or like kill all the super bosses instantly with a character like this, but you can use it pretty nicely to like farm items in dungeons, I would say. Yo, engineer, how you, man? Thanks for the bits. Welcome on, welcome on. Monkas. Are there some mobs that appear to have so much Kodras? Kubakabra, for example, yeah. Kubakabra was kind of a hard fight the last time I met him, right? Does any kind of protection from arcane enemies exist? Nope. You just... yeah, like literally just don't get hit, like what Adios said, right? What the fuck are you saying? No, of course not. Wanna get banned or what? What kind of question is that? What's wrong with you today? Just don't run auras. Don't run auras, yeah. Lol. Alright, this boss, for example, is very scary. You have to be really careful about this guy. He has like a bunch of debuffs that he can give you, right? Did you just see these? Like, he gave me like 7 debuffs, or like 4 or 5 actually. So I immediately nullified myself. And some of those debuffs were like resistance reduction debuffs, so yeah. Also you can like reduce your DA by a lot as well. And you can also hurt as well a lot. And yeah, like you can actually get one shot by this guy if you get hit by some of his abilities while being debuffed. So you want to make sure to mirror up immediately or nullify yourself whenever you really see like a bunch of debuffs here. Yeah, Ramzul is pretty scary. Like he's kind of the first boss in Act 7. But for like being the first boss and the new expansion or like in the Forgotten Gods area here, it's yeah, like it's very scary. I mean, if I didn't modify myself there and didn't press mirror, I probably would have died in like 1 second as well. So you gotta take him seriously, even though he's kind of squished, but he has ridiculous damage as well. But if you don't have Nullify, I mean, you can always choose to run around like a headless chicken whenever you have all the debuffs on you, right? Or like just use a cluster, right? I mean, clusters can be used by any class. You could use a cluster instead. Which glyph is good as Force Wave Water? From mobility, you mean? I would actually prefer to use like a defensive one, because you already have Blitz for engage, right? And that's like my personal preference. I would probably use like some defensive glyph actually on the water. Because you already have like Blitz to engage, so yeah, you only need something to like disengage for some bosses, maybe, so. I like teleports a lot for disengage, because like this one, right, because they're instant, they can be used even while you're trapped, pretty good. Also when you do these totems here in Act 7, they are really scary. You gotta respect them as well, and keep your eyes out for any enemies that are time warped or arcane, right? There's an arcane or time warp in there. Try to kill them ASAP. Time warp slow you with their aura, and arcane, well, they debuff you from all of your, like, they strip you from all of your resistance. I mean, all of your buffs, right? If they hit you with their purple projectile, which they use after like a 7-second timeout, I believe. Say you want to like kill them in like 7 seconds. Like this guy was one, for example. Right? This was an arcane hero, or like arcane. What are they called? Hero, right? Actually, I said it right. Interesting. The guide you follow says don't go blitz. What kind of guide is that? And you can always just 1-point blitz for like mobility. You don't have to like use it for damage, just like 1-point it to like zoom around the map faster, right? Don't use a good ability, he's good, man. Yeah, Blitz is like pretty good even as like 1-pointer only, I think. I'm in the forum. And usually forum guides are good. But also sometimes forum guides only... I don't know, like, maybe it was like a Crucible only build, and maybe like for Crucible you don't need Blitz because you're like only fighting in like a circular arena anyway. Like you don't need mobility that much then, I guess. Oh yeah, Violent Delights is pretty nice as well, yeah. What Reynard said. Violent Delights is pretty good, yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, that's the physical bleed device smart one. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Like you can use that one defensively and offensively as well. That's a pretty nice alternative to like teleports. I mean, the virus smite abilities are not quite as instant, but if they have like the fitting, or like the matching damage type to your character, then that's fine as well to use. It's pretty good as well then. But yeah, no, Blitz is kind of a weird suggestion. I'm stressed. I'm kind of tired today. I don't know. I mean, I woke up at like 6 AM today actually, for like no reason. But then I couldn't sleep. So yeah. I mean, I know like 6 AM is like normal for people usually. For me it's kinda early. I usually like wake up at, I don't know, 9 AM or between 8 and 10. Oh yeah, I went to the secret place here as you saw, right? I mean, I guess you already saw it when I did the Mognat dungeon on normal, right? So I don't really have to explain this area here. Yeah, should be fine. I mean, if you're a guy who like wakes up at 6 AM every morning, then you're kind of used to it, right? So like waking up at 6 in the morning for me, it's probably like waking up at 4 AM in the morning for you or something, I don't know. I have no clue what's going on here. Alright. If you see like this many debuffs, just disengage, right? That's why you need like a teleport ability sometimes. Just port out, chill a bit, wait for the debuffs to wear off, and like reassess the situation, right? What the heck is this? Yeah, like totems are scary, dude. But as long as you have like your mirror up, you're invincible anyway, so you could like engage with mirror up. But yeah, like these guys with the dual blades, right? And the watchers are like the reason why you kinda wanna delay Act 7 a little bit longer and not go into Act 7 right now. So yeah, what am I even doing here? This is not good. Holy smokes, dude. Prismatic diamond proc. Alright, oh, that's a reflect guy as well in here. Also always make sure to like nullify reflective enemies, right? Otherwise you might kill yourself. Yeah, overall, like, Act 7 on Ultimate is just pretty scary. If you're not feeling it ready, don't do it. Easy totem. Just don't get easy clapped. Yeah, don't get clapped by the Watchers. That's like very important as well. Like the Watchers, they have like the clap ability. That one is pretty scary and has like tons of debuffs as well. Can't wake up at 4 if you don't go to sleep. We smart. Alright, that's gonna be a T-Rex here. There he is, actually. If I fight this guy alone, though, I think it's actually pretty easy. As you can see, right? Like, the totems are, like, way scarier than this guy. If you fight him together with, like, other trash mobs there, and then have, like, some debuffs, or, like, some fumble stuff maybe as well, then he can be a little bit scary, yeah. So just to be safe, make sure to fight him when he's alone. Scorpions are actually kind of annoying. They're like poison projectiles. I don't like them. Anyway, so we found this portal here, and let's go and grab the Fettan mask. The Sand King, yeah, no, yeah, the Sand King would be pretty scary. I would probably die to the Sand King right now, so we're not gonna proceed that far. Also, the Maggot in here and Ultimate is... I don't know, I kinda think it's pretty scary as well, actually. So I'm just gonna switch around the Fettan mask. This will give me like an additional 500, like 470 head armor. Also like a little bit higher veteran rats, elemental rats, and slow rats, and 15 OE as well, and like another 100 HP, which is not too bad. Alright. Let's switch around augments and the get the component as well.
Come see what's left of my wares.
I don't really need any of this right now, right? Eastern gloves. I mean, yeah, if you like wanna play a caster breaker, then this is what you wanna look out for, right? I'm still using such a bad belt, right? What the heck is this?
Time well spent. Safe storage, no questions asked.
Bone shaking. And we got the leveling ring, by the way. I think I showed you that one as well earlier, right? In another episode. Okay, what about the Signet of the Rune Father? This one is not too bad, right? Has a bunch of HP as well. It doesn't have the 120 armor that Obsidian Scene has, but Vet Chaos Pierce instead of Vet Blade. I still need the Bleed Rest, right? Yeah, I need the Bleed Rest on those. But it's not a bad ring at all. It's
I'll keep an eye on this.
Poison Ivy Witch Hunter. Nice. So we found this thing, right? There we go. And that does. Alright, she wants me to kill Galfang, right?
Anything you like?
But yeah, I don't really want to die like Quinn did, right? So let's not do Galfang yet. Instead, let's do like
See you around.
some dungeons. Like Bastion of Chaos, I mean Steps of Torment, Bastion of Chaos, right? Also, there's one thing I haven't gotten yet either, right? Like on Ultimate, you are able to do certain quests you weren't able to do on normal or elite. Oh, that's a pretty good one actually. Eternal Bound. Flat RR and percent RR. Right. Where are my spirits? There they are. Oh, it even has attack speed, right? Aether, Elemental. I mean, the resistances are terrible though, like I don't need Aether or Elemental at all. And I could use it instead of the Obsidian Sea Ring, but like losing 120 armor is, I think, a little scary right now. But this is definitely a very good ring that I can consider using. But yeah, either way, like an ultimate, there are a bunch of quests that you can do on an ultimate, right? Such as some of these secret quests, such as the quest to open up the way to Bourbon, to Captain John Bourbon, and also the quest for Lokar. For the quest for Lokar, we already got the Black Heart, right? for the quest for Captain John Bourbon, you gotta go to the Tomb of Korok first and get an item called Stormheart. So let's do that here. I'm gonna do this before SoT because there's one part of SoT, like one part of the quest that requires you to go into Steps of Torment as well. Also, this place is great to farm because when it sees a binding, in case you didn't know. This is pretty great for that, for sure. Yeah. So over here, in this corner, right? Here, there's gonna be an Ancient Urn spawning, giving you the Stormheart, if, but only if, you have found the Dylas entry and the Infested Farms, right? And now with the Stormheart, you gotta go to the Blood Grove and get the first low note, or like the first, I don't know. How do you even say that in English? How do you say Schnitzeljagd in English? Scavenger hunt? Oh. Paper chase? I don't know, something like that, right? Scavenger hunt? Alright. So the first part of this scavenger hunt requires you to go over here to this old oak. Like you will see a text here and you feel a chilling breeze, but there's no wind. And then you will have this lore note here, or like this, well, piece of paper here on it in your inventory. If you read that paper, it basically tell you like where to go next, right? In the last paragraph it says, I have defied our father and entered the depths of anguish. So anguish is obviously a part of the Steps of Torment, so we're gonna go there. Also, let's click on this totem, right, since we're already here. And yeah, let's kill the arcane first, maybe. If we can even. I don't even know. No, probably can't. Okay, so if he does like this move, right, he's gonna summon the purple projectile that's over there. Or maybe not. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. See it flying here, right? And if that thing hits you, you're gonna be stripped from all of your buffs, right? So yeah, don't get hit by that. Okay, it's out again, right? You use it again. Okay. Okay. That's that, right? Okay, so you gotta go into the Steps of Torment, right? And Johnny incoming? I'm not gonna do Johnny today, I just want to like show people some parts of the secret quest. Yeah. Charge damage is a bit low? Yeah, I agree. It's a bit low now. Right now, for sure. But then again, I mean, it's... like only these items, right? I think I'm still using like a level 75 sword or something like that as well. Yeah, I don't even know, like these are both not level 94, that's for sure. I could like refarm Markadar. Do I need to kill Solile? Like you can farm this boss here to get lifesteal on pants, but I think the Kubakabra pants that I got from Kubakabra are just better anyway, right? These are like level 92 pants though, not like level 94 as well. It's kinda weird. But yeah, this guy has like a stacking ground effect that you should like move out of. What is this? Rigorous of Ruin? That's terrible, right? Yeah, we don't need that. Oops. Bogus swords had more pierce damage. I mean, you can always use like one Dermtyrian sword and one Bogus last round. Started farming Grava Fuel Boss. Dang, yeah, Grava can be very scary. Like his orbs are basically nullification orbs, but even worse. Way worse actually. Okay, it's actually gonna be the first SoT run on this guy on Ultimate. So what I hope to get from these runs, I mean I hope to get just like some random legendaries that suit my build. And also hope to get some, well, Alchemist rings, but I mean those are gonna be pretty hard to get. Like Alchemist, the boss from this dungeon, has blue, like a blue and a purple ring set. And they're pretty good for Nightblades, like for cold Nightblades. Hello, Dr. Nabs. How are you? Welcome. I don't see any link though. It's a little bit low on HP, but other than that, if you're playing softcore, it should be fine, I guess. And the Flash Freeze, like the Mage Slayer set, it's pretty good. It's pretty good for sure. I can take a look, like a proper look at that later, if you want to. From what I've seen, like at first glance, it seems okay, like a little bit squish, but I mean, if you're like playing softcore, I guess that's fine. I don't know. What's like the hardest content you have tried on it so far? I mean, you can like push very deep, but for example, into like Shadow Realm, you can push very deep with Mage Slayer set because of the ability to freeze like bosses as well, right? Pretty strong actually. I mean, I guess ideally you actually want to get rid of the Death Mark set completely and use like dual green chill strums instead, and maybe like a Fate Weaver's jacket or something like that, right? Like Fate Weaver's chest. Is 2.7k damage counting main attributes and cheat decent or a bit? I think it's decent. I mean, I don't know, like it depends on the build, right? If you have like bad resistance reduction, it might be like too low. If you have like good resistance reduction, it's probably pretty good. Like percent damage is not everything, obviously. But yeah, I would say like the bare minimum that you need, like the absolute minimum that you need is like 2.0k%, but like without attributes, right? Like without the scaling from attributes. But yeah, like 2k can be like a little bit low sometimes. I mean, this character is probably not enough right now as well. It's like 1.9k, it's not too bad actually. It's like over 2k with ABB up, but well, maybe not. Oh, it's like 1.9 with ABB, okay. You get 700% from Connie. Oh, like cunning dump breakers. I mean, infiltrator probably, or Great Master. Zerthozelon has also like a stacking burn thing on the ground, so you don't want to like stand in one spot against him for too long either, unless you can like kill him pretty fast. Quickly. You see this fire here? Don't stand inside it. Unless you have like mirror up, for example. Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, whatever. So one thing that you should check out before you go into SoT Torment is your freeze resistance. If you have like, say, below 60% freeze resistance, or like 70%, you should go back to town and craft a Hoarfrost ointment, unless you have already one in your inventory, like this, right, this one. Which gives you like 66% freeze resistance. Because Alchemos, the boss of this dungeon, can freeze you, and that can be very annoying, and he can kill you just because he freezes you, right? Hoarfrost. Come on. Hoarfrost. Oh well. I have no idea how to pronounce it properly actually. Okay, so we have a pretty bad mutator, right? These dungeons have mutators, and number 1 is exposed, so I have less armor, that's kinda bad. Number 2 is afflicted, which means I have less HP, that's also pretty bad. I mean, I do get some vitality resistance instead, but yeah, it's not that great, right? I'm down to 11.2k. So if you are like in here, right, and you roll these mutators, what you could do to like try to make up for that is you could like use royal jelly potions, right? But I don't have the ones that give you percent HP or 5 HP, right, with me right now. Oh well. Another pretty good thing is actually Lifestealer oil, right? For a build like this, Lifestealer oil is pretty good. I have 4 of them right now. I could probably craft more. I mean, the vitality damage is whatever, but you get like 6% more lifesteal, which in this case means 10 instead of 4. But I only have 4% lifesteal, that's horrible. That's like actually horrible. No wonder I can't face things, so. Yeah, you want like 10% at least. I don't know. But like it depends, like the more damage you have, the less you need, right? But right now with this, well, kinda not maxed out damage yet, you want around 10% I would say. But I think I needed the glove, like you can get another 3% lifesteal on glove slots, right? On the glove slot here. Through like Restless Remains. Like a component called Restless Remains. But I needed this component, like I needed to use this component because of the 15% bleed restaurant. Because otherwise my bleed rest wouldn't be maxed. So that's kind of bad as well. Unoptimized for sure. But yeah, if you're down last still, you can like put this last seed oil on your bar and use it whenever you fight like some harder enemies, right? To get more last time. So there's a... Isn't there like a chest there? Oh no, it's like next room. Over here. Yo, Mr. Rich, are you? Welcome on, welcome on. Fighting Alchemos with cold damage. I can tell you. Yeah, it's not gonna be like the easiest fight ever. But I think it's, I mean, as long as you have resistance reduction against cold, it should be fine. How do I unsub? Nope. I mean, if you're playing softcore, there's never a need to use ointments, right? On hardcore, sometimes you do, right? Like, I mean, you don't want to use your character just because you didn't use ointments, right? Nice, man. Glad you liked it. So, for example, against Ilgor, right? You could like pop one against Ilgor if you wanted to. Oh, we actually found a pretty decent item, right? I guess. This is not bad, right? Herald of Amatok. Yeah, it should be better than my charge of Frostbite. It gets -1 DPS for this Fury. But it should be like more DPS for literally everything else, right? Yeah, for sure. Here more damage, here more damage. Yeah, like literally everywhere, right? Yeah, I'm gonna use that for sure after this round. Alright, so this guy can hurt you with his smacks, right? If you get hit. Especially stage 2 can be kind of scary. So you wanna make sure that you use mirror, for example, for like 1 or 2 smacks. 1, 2 smacks, right? Speaking of 3. Yeah. He also has a like an ability where he like some of these spikes, right? And you can get hit like by multiple spikes, so I mean, yeah, you don't want to get hit by multiple spikes. Also has a medal, which is also pretty good for Night Blades. Like, he has 2 different medals, one for Drain Essence and one for Amaryst's Blade Burst, and we actually got the one for Amaryst's Blade Burst. But an aggressive prefix is pretty good, right? It's like 6% away. Of Blight is like ass damage though, so that's not that great. Damage numbers and execution skill on 3. On the 3 right now. You mean like this? Hey, welcome. And then you get like this on top, right? That's like 60% on top. Like 120 on top. Yeah, let's put in the focus up to 12 points for HP, OA, and Spirit, right? I think that was the plan. Oh yeah, we also have this Anastasia quest, right? Anastasia, the outcast lady from Fort Icon. Just like a quest for every vanilla dungeon, so like for the first 3, so SoT of Torment, Bastion of Chaos, and Valbury. And that's the guy you have to kill here. Scuffed. Scuffed death, rip. Wrecked by bees, yeah. Indeed, indeed. Yeah. That would be great, Coffin Spirit. Like, in-game they're kinda scuffed. Right, I'm not dealing any damage to this guy. What the heck? What's this? Scuffed damage, I guess. Yeah, I need better weapons, for sure. I gotta farm some weapons after this. Oh, I went the wrong way, whoops. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Coffin Spirit, that's like the same for, I think, literally every single ability in the game. Like, it doesn't show properly in the game. Like, it doesn't show skill modifiers properly, at least. The quest here. Which quest? I mean, I have like 2 quests here actually. I have the Anasaria quest, right, which I already did. And then the quest for the Bourbon clones, right? The secret one. Oh yeah, it is here. Yeah, it's here in Anguish. Yeah, that one's here. There's like one secret room where you have to go. I'll show you pretty much right now. It's over here, right? Behind this crumbling wall. So if you have the map like this, right, it's like the southern corner. And then you go here, and then you get like this message, right? And you get another piece of paper to your scavenger hunt. And now this piece of paper tells you to go to the to like a Chthonian rift, right? Now you have to keep in mind that this is a vanilla secret quest, so back in vanilla there only existed like 3 Chthonian rifts. The one from Bastion of Chaos, right? The one in the Blood Grove, and the one in it's called Plains of Strife, right? So it's gotta be like one of those 3. And I mean, I can just tell you, right, it's always gonna be in the one of Plains of Strife. So, yeah. Oh wait, I think I remember why I have bad damage. Because I think I haven't like switched around my level 94 gear yet. Oh yeah, I wanted to do that this episode, right? Oops, okay. Yeah, we're gonna do this after we kill Alchemist here with my unoptimized trash gear. So yeah, this guy can freeze you as I told you earlier. If you have 80% freeze rest, that's fine. If not, then use a Hoarfrost potion, right? And other than that, this guy also deals some serious damage on ultimate, so make sure to not stand inside like his pool for too long, for example. And also make sure to use nullification against him actually, because nullification does also reduce enemy elemental damage, right? And this guy deals cold damage, so cold damage is elemental damage. Yeah, he did some serious damage, as you can see. Especially because of my exposed minus armor modifiers as well. These like pretty huge amounts of physical damage as well, actually. And yeah, I said you should nullify him, right? So you should do that again. What the heck? I mean, yeah, if you have trash gear, don't be afraid to cluster against this guy. He's serious. He's a serious enemy at this stage of the game. Yeah. Alright, he even had a superior of the sage, which actually gives him like even more physical damage. That's why he also like he was hurting so much. And of the sage gives him like more elemental damage. So yeah, overall this was a pretty scary weapon in his hands. It's not like a the rolls aren't really sorry. The rolls aren't really that great for players, but like for him, the rolls were pretty good because he did like lots of physical and cold damage, right? And like, why is this not that great for a player? Well, because you don't wanna have the physical prefix here, right? Of the sage is a good roll though. That's not bad at all. I must have Viscerals. I mean, I have 18%. That's not really good either, honestly. My armor absorber is also like 76%. Yeah. It's trash. Yeah, like you should try to get to 100% at this stage of the game before doing this, actually. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna switch around my gear. You beat Loxmere the first time yesterday. First try, nice. Congrats. Then you tried again, and you couldn't beat him for a good hour. Dang. That's I have 1800 armor, but like in the dungeon I had 1670 because of the modifier, right? Yeah, like 1670 times 0.76 is like 1269. So yeah, we killed Alchemist with 1269 armor and 80% Viscerals. That's yeah, that's pretty scary for sure. You should probably not do that, at least not when you're playing hardcore.
See anything you like?
But yeah, that's beginner solo self-found breaker. Kinda became a just don't get hit breaker, right? Like just don't get hit is not really that beginner friendly, I guess. At least right now he's like a just don't get hit breaker. So hopefully that's gonna change. Okay, so let's go to the stash and check what I wanted to use on this character.
Safe storage, no questions.
Yeah, coffin, but I had 1600 and I had 1600 base times 0.76. That's what I had in game, like in the dungeon, because of like I had that minus 20% armor mod in the dungeon. Or like it was actually like 1640 or something like that, right? It's pretty bad. But yeah, outside of the dungeon I have like 1368, that's true. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Armor reserve doesn't work like that? What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean? It doesn't work like that. Does it not? I thought it does. Either way, we have a Thunderstrike of protection here, right? We have this Shield of Frostbite. We have a Life Giver Signet. Yeah, for lifesteal. That's what I wanted to use, right? I had like 4% lifesteal. Yeah, okay, I need more lifesteal, for sure. Mythical Dread Chill Grasp is also pretty good, actually. Or Mythical Chilling Grip of Haggard. Yeah, these are both pretty good, actually. Mythical Time Warped Walkers. I already have these, right? And I found these, which are trash. What about items? I have a Koba's Frenzy, which is... Koba items are unfortunately not that great, but... Wait. Why is it still better than Marketers? It is better than Marketers, actually. And I could just like try these two, right? It's not? Wait, how does it work then? Valbury 62. Okay, wait. So if you have what? What you're referring to is like 750 armor with 75% absorption. That's when you block 562. Wissenschaftlich? What? That's just like a normal German word. What do you mean? It just means scientific. Like how do you get 562 as a result? Like what is the like what's your formula that you're using for that? 750? Oh, because of the incoming hit, you mean? So 1k is the max you can block. But if you have like 75% armor absorption, you're always only gonna block 75% of whatever hits you. What the heck? I mean, yeah, that might actually be true, yeah. That does make armor absorb even better than I thought it is. Yeah, it's like better. Might actually be true, yeah. And that's also like one of the reasons why I should get like more armor absorb here, right? Okay, so I could use this instead as well, right? But like I need more bleed runs. What the heck? But what if Pierce here? Just flat Pierce. That's pretty bad, right? I'm still honored with Black Legion only. Oh, because of Anasteria's quest, right? I fucked up. No, gotta do one bounty here. Okay, let's do one bounty real quick. Let's do one bounty. That sounds Greek to you. Brethren of Shaded Basin. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's where I wanted to go, but not right now when I just... Corpus. What the heck is Corpus? Black Sepulchre. Alright, let's go there. That just sounds easy enough. Alright. Let's do that quest real quick. Or that bounty rather. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that like the outcast quests reduce your reputation with Black Legion. I mean, it makes sense from like a lore perspective, but yeah, it's still kind of annoying. Alright, Corpus, where the fuck are you? It's too cold here. Dude, I'm fucking burning, man. It's way too hot here. No, I don't want to do an ancient totem right now. I just want to kill the guy so that I can get my my augments, please. Yeah, then that actually does work like you said, yeah. True. Like, in that case, like, it wouldn't matter if you have, like... Yeah, like, it doesn't matter if you have, like, against this hit that has 750 armor damage. It doesn't matter... Wait, where the fuck is the guy? Like, that's his Plagueis, that's not Corpus. Where's Corpus? Hello? Like, in that specific case, it wouldn't matter if you had, like, 750 armor or 1k armor. What matters is your absorb, right? Yeah, exactly. It kind of makes sense. Yeah. It does make sense, actually. I did not do this one yet. Oh well. Okay. Where the fuck is Corpus, though? Like, why is he not here? Hello? Did I not kill him? Did I kill him? No, I didn't, right? Slay Corpus, it sounds. Oh, these are so resonant sleepers sometimes. If bounties at least like showed you a like quest marker on the map or something, it would be. Oh wait, why the fuck did I miss him here? I was just chilling this corner all the time. What? Okay. Oops. Maybe not marketer? No, he was here. Like, the quest log told me this here, but I just missed him for some reason. Okay, revered. Back to revered. Okay. Let me buy the Pierce poison ones. Right, this one.
See you around.
Put those like here once. Here once. Here once. Poison wood, poison wood, poison wood. Wait, I put it on the old gear, I'm retarded. I needed to put it on the new gear. Right? Whoops.
Well met.
Thanks for the follow. Derevianis Elias. I'm just gonna call you Elias because I'm too stupid to pronounce your name, sorry. Thanks for the follow, Elias. Welcome on, welcome on. So yeah, let's try these weapons, right? I don't think that's that great, but I guess it's not too bad either. Let's chill the frostbite, right? And then we're gonna also use... Do I wanna use this one even? If it had like a better roll, I would definitely use it. It does give me like huge away though. Also HP as well actually. Code and Aethernas instead of Pierceness. That's actually a good trade for me. Like there's not even a mythical one anyway, right? So it shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, let's use that. Then let's use the mythical life giver signet, right? That's gonna be like a small DPS loss actually, but let's put weapon attack here for now. And there's also an attack speed, I mean, a loss actually, DPS loss. I will get a burst, a mythic burst. Oh, and flat code. It's like a level 65 now though, it's so outdated. Also, I don't need the Aether rest on this at all, right? I still have garbage bleeding rest though. Oh, I don't have anything here, right? I could just get like bleed rest there. Use this instead here. Chaos Elemental, this is Aether Elemental, right? And this would be definitely like a lot more damage. It was like 140 less armor. Chaos Res is garbage now. I could retrieve the Black Tallow here, put it here instead, right? Oops, I potted something. Okay, let's get some augments here. Fizz Rest comes after Armor Absorb, or like after Armor. Like Fizz Rest is just the same as all these other resistances. It like reduces the amount of damage you take after Armor. I mean, yeah, what Adios said, right? Yeah, exactly.
Anything you like?
Let's get some of these. Yeah, got the bleed rest as well.
To good use.
So, oops. Wait, do I even need the bleed rest though? Maybe I don't even need the bleed rest. Okay, let's try these two. Let's go back to town and blow some, like retrieve some components rather.
Need something broken down?
Oh yeah, there's more damage than that, right? Man, I can't decide. Like, Kobo's Frenzy is pretty good for default attacks. It had pretty good attack speed as well. But this thing is like so good as well, right? CDR. Hard to decide actually. Wait, the Thunderstruck of Protection is gonna give me more DA, right? More DA, more OA. More... Wait, even more stun rolls. No, less actually. Oh yeah, I'm gonna lose the battle cry here. That's fine though. Oh yeah, I need the bleed rust to use like armor absorb there instead, right? So bleed rust over here. That's fine then. Chaos Rest is so bad. Oh yeah. Gotta retrieve some other components here, like the Chaos Rest one here. Put this here. This here. Huh. I'm not sure if I wanna be like that attack speed focus anymore right now or not. Like I think I need to like kite around a lot right now. If like kiting around, this one would be better, right? The Herald of Amatok would be better. That Kobos.
Well met.
Keycall Rocks, thanks for the follow. Welcome on, welcome on. 37% Fizz. Wait, who? Oh. You have 37% Fizz on your Blade Master. Oh, it's Arset? Oh yeah, it's Arset and Reverse Claw is a pretty nice combination for sure. I played a build pretty similar to this as well. I mean... let me search mine real quick. Right. Is that literally the same build? I have like the same Fizz as well as you. This is the build I played like, I don't know, a year ago. Like, not quite a year ago, like 10 months ago, I think. Pretty good.
Come see what's left of my wares.
You watch lots of my YouTube videos? Nice. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. Always nice to see people from YouTube coming over as well. Also, Warbot, welcome on, welcome on. So, that's what give me more deeps, right? For sure. Man, Life Giver Signet is like... It's so not good. I kinda need that lifesteal for now. Okay.
Iron well spent.
Pierce poison, pierce poison, pierce poison. Poison, pierce, pierce poison. Oh yeah, this one doesn't have one yet. Wait, there's Poison Chaos, like in the Covenant. Should get those. Yeah, questions are always welcome. Feel free to ask whatever you would like to. Even if I don't see your question, because I'm sometimes Pepega. Oh no, Poison Chaos as Act 7, right? This is Pierce Chaos. Oops, like somebody else
Iron well spent.
might answer your question instead, right? Hopefully. Oh yeah, let's get the Poison Wit then. That should be better than Poison Pierce here.
Give you a good price.
Mr. Salt.
See you around.
Okay, what do I do here, dude? Okay, I need Poison Wit here, that's 100% certain. Then I need to increase our absorb, right? I need like a scaled hide here.
Got any more scrap metal?
Scaled hide is pretty easy to craft, right? One of those, 3 of that. Just put that on like either pants or shoulder piece here. At least we have 90% armor absorption now. That's a lot better than before. Dual Ravager's Eye. Oh yeah, I need the Wraith's Scream, right? I guess, or something similar to that.
Oh no. I'll give you a good price of what I've got left.
We also got like for 1 survivors maybe? Wait, where the fuck did that go? Hello? Oh, there it is, okay. What do I put on rings now? Do I put like 4% health on rings or something like that? It seems not like the best idea, but
I do the best I can.
I guess I
with
could.
what I've got.
What I'm gonna do for sure though is I'm gonna craft another black tallow here. These need Chthonian Seeds of Binding, right? I have 35, so that's fine to craft. Put those like down here to get decent kills for us. Yeah, like bleeding poison still suck. Oh yeah, I could fix poison via Coven as well. I really like Inquisitor class. What do you think is a good second class and build for a fresh start? I like to play casters. Yeah, I have a video about like how to level caster Inquisitors actually, so that should be a perfect fit for you.
Iron well
And you can, I mean, if you like casters the most and want to play an Inquisitor, then I would probably suggest a Mage Hunter, so like Arcanist and Inquisitor, right? Okay, so the A and O is like pretty crazy now actually. We have like 3.2k OA already at level 96. What the heck is this spell, dude? Okay, that seems good. That seems good at all. Like pretty good for sure. Also, Blade Spirits should be pretty strong now actually. They have like additional damage, right? Not sure if I should max them though.
I sense
Not sure about
turmoil
that.
within you.
Also, +1 Arcanist does give me some freedom here. Actually gonna reduce this to like an uneven point, because uneven points always are the ones that give you like +1 CR, right? That is pretty good. Put this to 12, as I said earlier. I'm gonna do. Also, we gotta put Pneumatic Burst to 12 again, right? Yeah, actually,
What
that's more
troubles you?
important, kinda. Ah, whatever.
Stay
You can
strong.
put the point there on the next level that you gain, right? Okay, what else? What do we put on this ring? Like, which component do we put here? Could go for like another Mark of Illusions for like DA, I guess. Should be fine, right? How do I have 181% overcapped cold? That's so unnecessary.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Okay, let's put these here. But yeah, maybe like Corvus is actually better. Not sure. Let's get more stash space. Put the good gear here. Oh yeah, I also wanted to like maybe use these, right? Gonna lose Aether, Chaos, Poison, and Elemental. Aether, Chaos, Elemental. Actually, nothing of those matters too much except for the Chaos, right? Poison is like pretty much the same. These are like more offensive, these are like more defensive, right? They're actually a lot more offensive, fortunately. So much more damage, it's crazy. I kinda wish I had like decent bleeding rails.
Well met.
So terrible. Edo702, thanks for the follow, welcome on. Let's start with Sork. I have a post-haste build as well, actually. Like you basically level with like I have speed leveling videos for like for apostates, and also make a build for apostate. Basically, you level as a Necromancer main and use Inquisitor as like a support. You can use Ravenous Earth as a ability, like as a main ability for leveling. It's pretty good. And then you use right, how does this work? Doesn't quite work when it's 77% bleed is 3% to the okay.
I'll keep your stash safe.
Wait, do I not have Restless Remains? What the heck? Dude, where's Restless Remains? Do I not have any? How is this possible, dude? And I have one here and this one.
Safe with me. Promise.
I could just get that one, I guess. And Apostate, yeah, for endgame I played a Vitality Rune of Hagarad Apostate. You can convert the damage from the Rune of Hagarad, that's usually like Code and Pierce, right, towards Vitality with some specific gear. There's a conduit, like an amulet for that, which you can actually target farm in like a dungeon as well. And it's not that hard to, I mean, that's not that easy to get that. Like the dungeon that you have to do for that is like the Mograth dungeon. So basically like the hardest dungeon in the game. But yeah, I mean technically it's target farmable, so you could try that, right? I need like a better belt. Like this one is so bad, like so outdated. What the heck?
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Okay, these are just bad, right? Okay.
See you around.
Oh, do I not have rests remains, man? That's so crazy. Yeah, I mean, you can, yeah.
Specialty.
Like my speed leveling videos are usually for like secondary characters when you have like all the leveling gear already. You can. Oh wait, I get like no HP though. What? I'm like down to 12k HP now. That's bad. That's really bad actually.
I'll keep you stash.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the other ones now. Never mind. All this hassle for nothing. Okay. But you can still skill the same way I did in the speed leveling videos, right? There are like some grimtools links as well in the description of that video. So you can like, I mean, yeah, it's, at least I have that, right? You can check out the grimtools links and try to like level like that, I guess, in the way. You could also try out the how to level a necromancer video. Basically that's how I proceeded with like my early levels. Just like in the how to level a necromancer video. And then after that you can check out the grimtools from the video, right? Character stack before father come, don't wanna die. And do you have a stash full of like XP potions and mandates? If yes, then you're good to die, right? Because if you do die, then you can at least level your next character a lot faster than the current one, right? Okay, what do I do here? Did I want to do something? I forgot. Oh yeah, I need a new relic, right? I need a relic ability here. So what was it? Dreig's Vector, right? That's the one I can use, I think. This one. Okay.
Safe storage, no question.
Just gonna buy another one, put all these components here now. And why the fuck do I have so many pots, dude? What the heck is this? You should keep dynamite with you though. You don't need those. So many pots, what the heck? Okay. Let's have some pots here.
See you around.
So, let's do the next dungeon. Let's do Bastion of Chaos finally. We have like 11% Bastion now, that's fine. We have 2k armor almost with 90% absorption, that's fine. We have augments and everything, right? I think so, yeah, that's fine as well. Actually, let me farm a Loxmere dagger or like a Marketer dagger first. So Loxmere is a boss that spawns in the Plains of Strife, right? And he can be very scary, like he can basically nullify you instantly. Just like the arcane mobs, but like he doesn't even have cooldown for that, like a initial timeout for that, right? So you're basically gonna get hit. Right? You're basically gonna get hit. So you wanna like test how your resistances are when you get hit, right? How would your resistance be like when you get hit? And in my case, it would still be fine. So that's like the perfect scenario, right? You get hit by his nullification thing, but you still have all resistances up to 80%. So it's not really that dangerous to get hit by it. But I still suggest you to use mirror the second you get hit, like, or like not before you get hit, but after you get hit, right? You wanna like use mirror instantly and then like use all your passives again and then kill them, right? I'm not even sure about my damage anymore. Like, okay. So Loxmere also spawns only in one place, like Plains of Strife, right? If you have it map like this, right? He always spawns here in this eastern corner. He doesn't always spawn though. He's like somewhere in here if he spawns. Alright, is he even here? I think he didn't spawn this time. Oh. So much for Loxmere farm, right? So then let's do a Makadar farm. Makadar is like the other boss, right? That I used to farm for these swords. And if we don't get like a good Makadar sword, then I'm gonna reset and farm Loxmere and Makadar. Like first Loxmere, then Makadar. Whoever gives me like the good sword first, I'm gonna use that sword, right? Run up procs greater Loxmere. Follow Loxmere or let Loxmere from you. Yeah, Loxmere is definitely like the scariest hero mob on the game. I don't even know why he's a hero mob, like he's just a noob trap. Like he should be like a red, he should like marked as like a red nemesis or something like that. Or like at least like as a purple boss so that like, people know he's like a strong boss. But he's only marked as like a hero, like orange mob with a star, right? And he's way stronger than your average hero. So yeah. Kind of a debate, kind of a noob trap to be honest. Okay, these guys are completely useless for my blood, right? So I'm just gonna skip them. They don't have any item I'm interested in. Let's skip this part as well here. Loxmere kills more hardcore characters than actual dungeon bosses. That's actually true, yeah. That is indeed true. These guys have like some HP reduction aura as well, it's kinda annoying actually. Okay, let's go here. Makadar, give me your sword. I guess even Makadar kills more heroes than like dungeon bosses do. Because honestly, Makadar can be a little bit scary sometimes. With his freeze as well. People have like bad freeze runs. I can see people die to Makadar. Alright, Encounters of Frostbite. That's like kind of the same that I already have here. What the fuck is the worst though? That makes no sense, dude. It's like a higher level version. The heck? Because of the attack speed, I guess? Doesn't make any sense though. I guess it shows the worst values because sometimes DPS meters are big around.
Need something broken down?
And this is a higher level version, this should kind of be better with these affixes. Like, their affixes are not bad at all. Just didn't roll off alacrity, but...
For now.
yeah, I mean, attack speed is not that great right now for me. Should be pretty bad, actually. Yeah, 125 is actually really bad. So I kinda want to, like, play more around, like, Shadow Strike and Loxmere, I guess. Like, some Loxmere daggers, maybe. Or I should just switch over to Kova's weapon instead of this one, right? I think actually like using Loxmere dagger and like maxing out Shadow Strike should be a good way to go as well. I have to reset. What am I doing? Oops. Oops. What is the cap for a art skill? Yeah, 26 is the point. It's always like the cap, the hard cap is always 10 points above the soft cap. Like soft cap being the one that you see there, right? So like 26 out of 16 is what you want AR to be at. So if you are at 28, then you can just like pull 2 points from the skull and you won't lose any damage. And yeah, like just do a grimtools link, right? So just upload your character to grimtools via the upload feature. Takes like 2 seconds, right? And you share the link in chat and you can check out your build. Help you out. Alright, Loxmere, maybe this time. So, I'm gonna approach this guy slowly, right? I don't know, does he spawn this time? I didn't see him yet. Let's clear out this area here. Maybe he again didn't spawn. Oh no, there he is. Loxmere Night Mage, that's the guy. So this guy is basically a Nemesis mob, right? Why the fuck did these guys die, hello? So you wanna aggro him. And then, like, pull back a bit, and then, like, use mirror properly, right? So do we aggro him? Yeah, okay, we aggroed him. Also aggroed every fucking body in here. Okay, he's still chasing us. You can also try to nullify him. I did not damage him, what the heck? Why is he so tanky, dude? He's usually like, I mean sure he does some damage, but he's like way squishier than this usually. Maybe I just have no damage, right? What kind of cold resistance gear does he have, dude? Oh well, shit, that's lots of items that he had. Alright, so he had a Runecastle's Loxmere, Frostplane, Dagger, or Frostbite. Okay, I'm using this for sure. What the heck is this, dude? That's crazy. Okay, so we're using that. Order of attack. That didn't have any code res. Okay, this one had 75 code res and 33% LRS, right? Okay. That's why he was so tanky. Makes sense. Makes sense. It's actually not bad for my build either. Right? This is a +2 Knights Chill. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I would lose some DA, but I think that's fine actually. And also lose some Aether rounds, but gain like 86% PS rounds, right? Why is it a level 92 version? Why does it have less armor? What the fuck is this RNG though? So scuffed. Okay. Then you had this and that, I guess. No, he didn't have this on, right? He had these things on, right? That's what he was wearing. That's like just bonus loot. But yeah, he had like, I don't know, 108% code res. Seems good. Wait, if I use those, how much code res do I have? I have plus 248% overcap. What the heck is this, dude? Yeah, that's a level 84 item with a level 92 FX, exactly. That's why the armor is so low. Nice, way to go, right? Basically cold immune. No, I mean, unfortunately not. That Thunderstruck of Protection is also not bad, right? But yeah, I'm gonna use this one for sure instead of the Malkadar one, I think. Yeah, I think so. Which boss does cold damage? Pretty much. I don't know, like cold, out of the 3 elements, fire, cold and lightning, cold is definitely like the worst resistance to have. Because I don't know for like any cold boss that has like insane cold RR. Alchemist for example is cold damage, right? But Alchemist doesn't have like crazy RR. I think he has like 30 max or something like that. Lightning, I mean Mokjogan has like 80% lightning rust, right? Sharzul has like 80% fire rest. Not rest, but like resistance reduction, I mean. What about Moose? I don't think Moose has like crazy cold RR either, right? Like Moosey would be like a good example of a cold boss, yeah, that's true. But I mean, he's just a nemesis, so that means like he's a mimesis, right? He has -12 here. And that's it, right? He has like -12 RR. Like 12 RR basically to cold. That's it. And only on his OFF, right? Just like has no cooldown. No, it still has cooldown, but it has less cooldown. But yeah, maybe we should try to rescale a bit and try to focus, like put more points into what's it called? Shadow Strike, right?
Let me clear
I think I
your
might just get
mind
rid of
of
these
regret.
because like I have like garbage attacks with it. So like 1 point to execution is fine, but for everything else,
Stay strong.
let's put this down to 3 actually as well,
Farewell.
because I need points to put into Shadow Strike, right? 12 here is still too good though. Okay, this is kinda scuffed, right?
Turmoil within you.
I need so many points,
sense
dude.
turmoil
I don't
within
wanna
you.
pull points from dual blades because it's physical resistance and I have like 0 physicals.
Let me clear your mind of
I guess we could
regret.
pull points here. That would lose like so much away, right? I have like 3k without LA up, so
Let me clear your mind
I guess
of
it's fine to
regret.
pull some here.
Safe journey.
I think, yeah, it's still fine. It's still totally fine. Next Shadow Strike. Yeah, kind of point starved actually. Alright, let's craft another Scaled Hide and get another Mugdogan's Touch. Right, okay. Tempest of Emerald's Flurry Cuba Pants. Holy shit, dude, that's crazy for Tricksters for sure. Yeah, that's like GG, man. You beat the game.
Got something you need stashed.
Oh, the Sork. Okay, so where was I? I needed to get another Scaled Hide for this new piece of chest, right? The chest, I mean the shoulder piece here, right? Okay, let's get that. Yeah, you're welcome. Alright, Scaled Hide. There it is. Let's get the Mugdogan's Touch for the Red Poison. Oh, I already have it. There it is, right? Okay. So we have a actually maxed out Shadow Strike now as well. Seems good. I think we should do some Bastion of Chaos now. So overall my attack speed is a lot worse than before. But I have pretty decent damage on Shadow Strike now, for sure. And I think overall CDR is not bad either, right? 16%? No, that's like okay, I guess. It's pretty good for like a dual wield character, right? I mean, ideally, I just want like another one of these, right? Instead of the Mythical Herald of Amatok. Oh yeah, also, before you go inside Bastion of Chaos, make sure you have a key with you, because you cannot port back inside that rift. So if you don't have a key in there, you have to basically reset the game and walk there again, right? So let's get a key here.
What brings you to my forge?
Or some keys.
Don't get killed out there.
Don't get killed out there, indeed, yeah. Also, the boss from Bastion of Chaos, Sharzul, can reduce your fire resistance by up to 50% multiplicative. So, to still have 80% after his resistance reduction, you basically need to overcap by 80%, right? Which I don't quite have that, but I have like Flame Drinker's ointments with me, so I could use like a Flame Drinker ointment when I'm gonna fight Sharzul, the boss of Bastion of Chaos, right? Sharzul. Yeah, the last time I called Sharzul, I actually died to him, so... That was like quite some time ago, but yeah. Monkas. The thing is, with my like low attack speed, I'm not even sure if like using Barrens Fury is that worth it anymore. I mean, it's better than not using it, I guess, but... What's my attack speed? It's like... Yeah, 123 is like, this is basically zero, right? It's pretty bad. Yeah, I died to him once. Did I click on it? There we go. Okay. But yeah, like my death to Sharzul was like over a year ago, I think. Yeah, I was playing like a Vanquisher Templar. It's like, I don't know, like my second build on FG. And I tried like sliding through him and I got like stunned mid-slide. And then I died. stupid, but yeah. How do you play this thing? I mean, the armor is pretty nice. But I feel like this always deals like not like pretty suboptimal damage. Man. Still kinda sad this is like a level 84 shoulder actually. Maybe I should go back to the other one. The level 94 one instead. Wasn't bad either. It gave me like more array as well, right? And this one gives me like +2 Knights Show, which is like 2 skill points. It's pretty good as well, but yeah. Always show double rare doesn't work for me. It should work. It should always show double rares for me. Double rare equals 2 rare affixes, yeah. Or like 1 rare affix and a rare base. It's also double rare, right? Or maybe? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does. I don't know. I guess it doesn't. But you can just like check show a mines or something like that, right? Yeah, like here. No, I don't know. Like maybe it doesn't. I've actually never tested it. Dude, this guy has like a Slith Bane, right? Look at this. The green sword. He has a Slith Bane in his hand. Nice. Like, it looks pretty nice. I guess this is like the best, what, acid cadence weapon? If you want to play acid cadence for some reason. It's also not bad for witch hunters, I guess. As like a filler item before you get, say, Driga Eleanor, right? Or like Nine Shades Reach. Next is good disruption, dude. Okay. So where do you put this back? Inner focus, I guess. Or Mad's Chill. grimtools only shows average values? That's not true. You can put it to min, max, or average. Ah, but you mean, yeah, but it does show average values on the right sheet. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Like you might have like a, there we go. You might have like a high roll on an item, but grimtools shows like uses only the average to calculate like the resistances on the right. I mean, technically a monster infrequent is a double rare or like a single rare base already, but I don't think the blue filter applies to that. I think you have double rare ticked. It won't show you like single rare amounts. That's like special base, yeah. Or like a rare base, you could say as well. Yeah, like double rare means like rare prefix and rare suffix usually. And you can call, like sometimes people call double rare MIs triple rares, right? Because like you have rare prefix, rare base, and rare suffix. That's why sometimes people call them triple rares. But like when people say double rares, they will usually just mean like anything that has like a rare suff and prefix. Doesn't really matter about the base. This guy hurts a bit actually. He has like 35 total resistance reduction. That's pretty scary actually. Wait, why do I only have like... Holy shit, he had like double debuffs actually. I have 33% chaos over Cavalry. And I went down to like 65 or something like that. It's crazy.
Well met.
Right mouse button 01, thanks for the follow, welcome on. Wait, it's 80% plus 5% in game, but in grimtools it shows 15%, like does it show 80 plus 15 or does it only show 15? It shows only, okay, that's kind of weird though. Maybe you don't have like, do you use Blood of Dreig and you don't have like permanent auras up or something like that? Or like, yeah, okay, I think your problem is that you don't have, there is this thing here, temporary buffs, put this on instead of off. You have Blood of Dreig probably, and then you put this from off to on. That's how it should be. For Blood of Dreig characters. Ancient. I mean, all the totems in these dungeons are ancient, right? I think so. Oppressor with their aura are kind of scary. Put me down to 9k HP, I'm kidding. Like 9k max HP. The Shadow Strike variant that I'm playing right now is definitely a lot better against these kind of scary totems though, because Shadow Strike does allow for way better hit and run playstyle. Touch totem. Devotions I can't put on the sword. Oh, oh, my bad. Did I mess it up? Oh, so that's which blade? You need greens probably. Ah, that doesn't have any green. You can, for a caster you can pick Raven. I think Raven's pretty good for green for casters. Or, I mean, you know, you're AR, right? You should pick Spider then. Spider is good. Pick Spider for AR, for the casting speed. Oh yeah, also if you like complete Giant's Blood, then you get like another 3 green as well. Alright, this guy here. You don't knife fire him for like reducing his fire damage. Also, when you see a bunch of debuffs here and you have knife fire and cooldown, just use mirror out. Just mirror up. So you can like kite him around a bit, and if you wanna like feel extra safe, you should use the Flame Drinker ointment. Right, I actually forgot about those. But I'm actually fine here, right? Alright, there we go. Especially if you have like bad overcap for fire, you need to absolutely use the Flame Drinker ointment, because as I said, like he can. This is interesting here, right? Wineforge Mantle, because he can reduce up to like 80%, right? Sure, lol. Okay, so we got 2-piece Silver Sentinel. I think I have like another piece in my stash, so I could use like 3-piece Silver Sentinel. 3-piece Silver Sentinel, however, is probably gonna be very squishy. So I think I actually don't want to use it. I could use like a mythical Rhymeforge Mantle as a standalone though. This wouldn't be too bad. But then again, like Ascended Appalleds, or however you pronounce that, I have no idea. Appalleds are probably just better right now, actually. Yeah, Giant's Blood is a Behemoth devotion, yeah. Alright. So she tells me to go and get the head of Archivist Fettan, which is the guy from Port Valbury, right? So let's go and do that next.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Oh, let's not sell those actually. Also, this belt, right? I don't know. That's a good belt. Over +1 all skills not played. Oh, it does give me bleed rest, which I was lacking, right? But other than that, I'm not the biggest fan of it actually. Average Pactronic, okay.
Put it to good use.
I might wanna like switch back to this one though. Just because of the armor, right? It's only 30 more armor though. 60 more DA. 60 more DA is not that much, like 12 more OA as well. I don't know. Wait, where did my Chaos Rust go though? Oh, I have 25% bonus Chaos Rust there from the proc round. Yeah, my Chaos Rust is garbage. That's not good. This one gives me Aether Rust. That's not what I need. Alright, check out SoT's commander. I shouldn't question you, what the fuck. Okay, so we have like 3 pieces Silver Sentinel. We could like use the full piece if we wanted to. But I'm not sure if I want to do that actually. I might just not do it actually. Yeah, I can't become that squishy, man. I'm so squishy already. It's kinda crazy. This doesn't really give me any more HP either, right? No. Oh wait, I'm still missing one. Oh, what the fuck? I ran Bastion of Chaos without a second Ravager's Eye, right? What am I doing? There we go. Whoops! Okay. One more dungeon to run. List here. Port Valbury, right? Port Valbury is over here. So I still haven't done Barrens. What the heck, dude? I'll just do Barrens first then. Yo, Loxmere, how you, man? Welcome on, welcome on. I mean, his build was like super scuffed, right? He had Nullification, which doesn't work in PvP, and he had Skeletons, which people thought are gonna be decent, but they were actually trash, right? And then on top of that, Skeletons get hard countered by Ascension anyway, which was basically what Redden ran, right? Like, Redden basically played an Ascension build. I know. But like, he only respect Nullification. He didn't respect Skeletons. I mean, that would have been like too much anyway. Oh yeah, we're gonna do another tournament, by the way. So if you want to sign up, you can sign up. And also, you can even sign up on the page now. The page has been done. The challenge page, right? Trash it Grim Dawn. You might still be able to beat Pew, right? Come on. I'm kinda surprised, like, the people who went with Skaddies didn't respec into, like, Blind Fiend and style. Cupids himself. He's a washed up player. I mean, he still knows a lot about the game, I feel like, and like sometimes he even like still knows like more stuff about the game than me. Why is he getting healed? What the heck? Nani? Yo, Craven, 40, thanks for the prime. Welcome on, welcome on. Thank you so much for your prime, thank you so much for your support. Enjoy these emotes, and yeah, welcome, welcome. Yeah, like I didn't even properly know the armor absorption stuff, right? What the fuck am I doing, man? I mean, you didn't either, Adios. Carver actually didn't play, no. Kinda sad. I mean, maybe he's gonna play next time, hopefully. I don't know. Haven't seen him around for some time though. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think he was like in my stream, like in the last game. I mean, he was in my stream, the last stream, in my chat. But yeah, I would like to play him in PvP for sure, man. be a nice fight. Okay, we got Mythical Avarice of Endurance. Like, if you need resistances, then this is what you take, right? On the other hand, we are a Spellbreaker, and Elena's is just way too good not to use it, right? So, yeah, no Avarice of Endurance for Spellbreakers. You can add a key to a game on Steam which is not supported anymore and has servers off or the pre. Wait, like, can you play the game then? which game are you talking about? Scuffed, yeah. Which was very scuffed indeed. Wrong order, yeah. Death Garden. I've never heard about that game. It's okay to start if Inquisitor. I mean, you can start as you would like to, but I would rather start with Necromancer actually, because Vitality has better synergy in Apostate and Elemental, unless you want to play like Cold Drain Essence. I guess then you can also play Cold Apostate. Again, Apostate you either play Cold, Aether, or Vitality, right? Those are like the 3 damage shots you can play as an Apostate. Cold, Vitality, or Aether. And if you're gonna play Aether or Vitality, you should probably start out with Necromancer. And if you want to play Cold, then I guess you still start out with Necromancer, right? Or, it doesn't really matter for Cold actually. You could start out with either as Cold. Because like Inquisitor leveling is kinda heavy on Lightning. Like more heavier on Lightning than on Cold. Unless you wanna like level with the runes, right? You could like level with Rune of Hagarad, the Cold rune, and you could like level with Cold damage, but yeah, I mean if you wanna like play my build in the end, then you should level with Vitality, and then you should level with Necromancer. And like you choose Inquisitor as a secondary. Kraval? No, not Kraval, it's Janaxia. Janaxia is what she's called. And you can just check up Janaxia on the monster database and then like check her spawn location, right? And she drops the Janaxia. Maybe my pronunciation is noob as well. My bad. But yeah. That's the boss, and then like she can drop chill stripes. Like she can drop 3 different weapons: chill stripes, storm stripes, and flame stripes. And as a spellbreaker, you want to get the chill stripes, right? Unless you're playing Phantasmal Blades. I mean, if you're like playing Phantasmal Blades, then you should probably get the Kraval's Shoulders. But I guess you're playing something similar to what I am playing, right? So either Shadow Strike or like just melee dual wield, right? Mythical Essence of Burnout? Yeah. That was used before Elena's exact time. But like between Elena's buff and Burnout nerf, didn't they use something else as well? Like Knight's Embrace maybe? Like one of the purple ones? Or like a Conduit, maybe even. Or just like as art set amulet, right? Yes, if you restart a new character, you have to farm reputation again. But once you are revered with a faction, you can buy the mandates. It's like similar to the writs. It's like a thing that you can buy in the faction vendor once you're revered, and then you can put that mandate into your stash, and then on the new character you click that mandate, like you consume that mandate, and then you will get like plus 150% reputation, so you will get reputation basically 2.5 times as fast as normally.
Well met.
So that can be pretty helpful. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Wrote music as well. Welcome on, welcome on. Alright, let's do... Wait, prime step before follow? Dang. Thank you. One of the items you have never seen drop for you? You mean Chill Straws? Or... Oh, Mythical Essence of Burnout. Oh. Right, that's like a craftable, I think. Or not. Isn't Mythical Essence of Burnout like craftable? Oh, empowered one is craftable? Oh, okay. I mean, the item's trash now anyway, right? It lost like plasma all skills or whatever it had before, right? It's pretty bad now. Or like, it's not completely trash, but it's way worse for sure. Faction recipe? I have no idea, maybe. Actually, no. Yeah, it's possible to kill McDrogan, but he's like a celestial boss, so he is top 6 bosses in the game. I mean, McDrogan himself is probably the what, 4th hardest boss? Yeah, I think so. Like number 4. It's like number 4 on the list of like hardest bosses in the game, I would say. Hey Wolftales, thanks for the lurk, man. And have fun playing 7 dice. 7 days to live or to die. I hope you're not gonna die. But yeah, I appreciate the lurk. Yeah, like he's yeah. I mean that's totally normal. Like if you're not prepared against Mogdrogon, he's just gonna watch at you. That's like perfectly normal. I don't know if this is like streamer RNG again, or like, I mean, on this character, right, I got Elena's and Loxmere daggers, and this is like the first level 94 Elena I got, and it's Shield of Frostbite. I mean, it's like double magic, but still like double fitting magic affixes, right? And then this is like the first Loxmere dagger I got, right? Rune Castles of Frostbite. Yeah. That's pretty good. I mean, of Amarys's Flurry would be like way better, but yeah, they did increase that. Like, we have basically smart loot now in the game. We have smart loot for items, not for classes, but like for items, like for monster frequency rather. Like, if a monster frequent has like a cold damage base, you will, like, you are more likely to get cold affixes as well on top. To filter good greens for bad ones. I mean, you can like untick this, right? Like, basically all these normal rare items, like normal greens, that are not monster frequents, right? These like Preserver, Redeemer, I mean, they're like called Redeemer and Preserver on higher levels, but they're called something else on lower levels. These are like pretty bad, but the other greens are good. But also these greens can like roll with different affixes, and some might be good, some might be bad, depending on the item, depending on your build, right? But yeah, you can filter out the base at least. Like, you can get, like, you can filter out the trash bases, right? The trash implicits, basically, by like unticking rares here and just ticking monster frequency, like press these as well. That's how I usually have my loot filter set up. For it is for endgame. Like, while leveling, I do sometimes pick up other greens as well, but mostly to just like sell them for iron butts. And yeah, there's a mod or like a third-party tool called Rainbow Filter, which you can just use, and that can like color affixes in the right how do you set up, like, in like specific colors as well, and that way you will like, for example, I don't know. For example, my Loxmere dagger, right? This is a Runecastles of Frostbite, right? Of Frostbite is a magic suffix only, so it's like a yellow suffix, and Runecastles is a rare prefix. So if you have Rainbow Filter mod, right, it would be like green, olive, because like olive green is like the MI color, and then yellow, right? It would be like green, green, yellow, instead of just green. And that's like easier for you to like know which of these are like good or bad, or like have rare or like magic affixes. I mean, some magic affixes can still be like really good, or like even better than some rares that are like not fitting towards the item. But it does help you like know, like, it does help you at least like distinguish magic from rare affixes more easily. Right? For example, this one is Decaying of Decay, which is a like this would be like yellow, green, yellow, right? Magic prefix, magic suffix. But still it's like Decaying of Decay, so it's like double vitality on like a vitality base item, so it's not that bad. I'm not sure. Do I have a link for that here? Exclamation mods or something like that? No, I only have item assistant there. Yeah, maybe, yeah, I should like put a link there into Nightbot and the command as well. There should be like a link to the forums. I'm not sure, maybe somebody has like a proper link for item filter right now. Yeah, there you go, Ground Zero, thank you. I think a band of black eyes. Wait, didn't I use the empowered one earlier? I think I did, right? So this might be a good find actually. Band of black eyes, because it has +2 lethal assault, right? That's not bad at all. But yeah, I kinda need my defensive rings right now. Can't really afford to go more offensive on rings, at least right now. If I get other like legendary items that are better than, sure. Hey Chuck, welcome on.
Well met.
And it's kind of hard to say. I mean, you should just aim for like something that has vitality damage on apostate or like fire damage on the Sork, right? Also, there's a for the Sork, there's a suffix called, it's just a magic one, but it's called of celerity. Of celerity always gives you casting speed, so yeah, that's pretty good for Aether Ray, right? It's pretty good for the Ray casting speed. For the Vitality guy, you don't really need casting speed, right? You just need like CDR. But that's not really like a... I guess there are like 1 or 2 affixes on like some slots for CDR as well. But I don't really know the names right now by heart. I don't know, there are like so many affixes on the game. I know like most of them kinda, but not really all of them. And I don't really like know which affixes can spawn like which items. You can use grimtools for that though, right? You can like go to grimtools.com to the item database. Over here, for example, go to the item database and then like no, actually go to like a build calculator, right? I don't know, say you're playing Ravenous Earth on a Necromancer, right? Then you can like type in Ravenous Earth, right? Then you will find a dagger that's really good for that Bone Spike, right? Then you can like type in, I don't know, vitality damage, and then you like tick magic and rare, and it will like show you all the magic and rare prefixes and suffixes that have vitality damage on them, right? And like any combination of 2 vitality pre and suffixes on this dagger is gonna be like really good for a Necromancer for leveling, for example. Also, thanks for the follow, Chuck. Welcome on, welcome on. Would you use Rings of Elemental Balance on this build? I mean, they wouldn't be bad if you can fit them. If you don't need a lifesteal on them, sure. I like Rings of Balance are definitely a choice, like a valid choice here. Oh wait, we're gonna get more of these shoulder pads here, right? They're actually pretty great, such as like Prismatic of Attack, right? Prismatic of Attack is pretty nice, actually. It's not as good as of Winter Storm, though. Yo, Dex Max Tex, welcome on, welcome on. And you can always use Elemental Balance Rings on like cold Nightblades. I think they're probably never BIS like best in slot, but very good nevertheless. Like on cold builds, they're one of the best to use before you get Alchemist Rings, right? Oops. Back. Yeah, welcome to Port Library, right? Welcome to Port Library. Best spots to find good items are Skeleton Key dungeons. I mean, the best spot is probably Shattered Realm. Like high shards of Shattered Realm. But you need to go like very high, like either on Elite difficulty, shard 60 and higher, or an Ultimate difficulty, shard 50 and higher, I would say. That's like where the good stuff is at. Then you also have Crucible Gladiators, like the highest difficulty in Crucible. Weighs 150 to 170. That's also really good loot. And then below that are the roguelike dungeons, yeah. But also these roguelike dungeons do have some specific drops to them that only like drop inside those dungeons. For example, in Steps of Torment, where you have the boss called Alchemist, right? He has certain rings and also a weapon called Soulrand. And you can only drop those purple monster and freak runs, boss monster and freak runs inside the dungeon. So you can't get those in the Crucible or in Shadow Realm. You will only be able to get those in Steps of Torment. What the heck? Can't panic there. Let's say of Witherstorm prefix as well. I mean suffix, what the heck. Oh yeah, I need like a good belt right. That's the Demolitionist one, right? There's like a Arcanist belt here as well, I think. Like +1 Arcanist belt here. And ideally I want the Gargoyle belt, right? The Gargoyle belt and then like with a suffix, for example, right? Gargoyle belt of Winter Storm, for example. Plus. The most delayed hype ever, yeah. He's new here, by the way, you know. Rude blue face. Alright, what is this? Ascended. Another one, right? Resonant of Attack. 171 away. Well, that's crazy. But, it doesn't have much chill. I mean, it's still like 171 away, right? Pierce, Aether, Elemental. Oh, give me a sec. Oh, shit. Dude, sometimes when I'm tired, like today, my eyes just start being like super sensitive. And yeah, that's what's happening right now, actually. So, sorry about that. Like muted. God damn it, you made me check. Got me. Magic dust time. No, not that yet, but... I don't know, man, I'm so tired today. It's kind of weird. It's gonna be a little bit shorter stream today. Hold them over. Is that a ghoul? No, 7. Okay. There's a chest here again. Oh, Galewind Treads. These are pretty nice, actually. These are cold boots. Also have HP. I think Time-Warped have HP right as well. No, actually they don't. They have Fizz Rest now. These have Nightfall, that's pretty good for Shadow Strike. HP, away, movement speed, Aether as Bleed Rust, that's good as well. I mean, yeah, that's good actually. I would lose poison though. I would lose poison rust. That kind of hurts, and I would lose slow rust, which also kind of hurts actually. I mean, now it's fine. Losing slow rust is fine, totally fine actually. And I would get more damage because of cold damage, right? And holding winds on attack is also not too bad. Shirtless stream today, what? Money? But yeah, those are a nice upgrade, those pair of boots, right? That's pretty nice. Still, I mean, yeah, we're gonna fight 2 more Watchers, so one of the Watchers is gonna drop the Shaman belt, the other one is gonna drop the Arcanist belt, right? And hopefully the Arcanist belt has some pretty nice FXLs, that would be nice. Okay. But yeah, overall this Valbury is not the nicest place, right? Sewers also hurt you. I don't know, like the design of this dungeon is just... it's interesting, right? I mean, the lore is pretty good, to be honest. Like, the lore is pretty good. It looks pretty nice. But... it doesn't really feel that good to play in it. Now, Aether Apostate is also fine. Aether Apostate is not bad. But, like, depends which kind of skill you wanna, like, play around. I guess.
Well met.
Bruce, thanks for the follow, welcome on, welcome on. Okay. Let's guide around a bit. These
Well met.
ancient totems are kinda scary. I'm so trigger heavy on my Aether classes today, it's crazy. I mean, you get like so many clusters on the spot library anyway. I don't know, I'm just a little bit nervous today, I don't know, because I'm tired, I guess. Hello? What is this? Also, Nightblades are... I'm not gonna lie, like, Nightblades can be a little bit stressful to play in endgame. For sure. They're not like spank and tank soldiers that are like retaliation bolts, right? So, Warding of Butchery is I think what we got here on the Arcanist belt, right? Yeah. Vet to Aether, I mean that doesn't matter at all. +1 Arcanist and +2 PB because of Butchery, I think. Yeah, there are 5 in total. Like the vanilla game has 3, the first expansion has 1, the second expansion has another 1. SoT best dungeon? I think the Morganath dungeon is the best one, actually.
Well met.
Ramrats, thanks for the follow, welcome on. But yeah, I mean, the resistances on these are... on this one is definitely better than what I had on my Resistant Legion belt. That's like level, I don't know, 35 belt or something like that. yeah. I mean, +1 Nightblade is... Like, losing +1 Nightblade is gonna feel bad though. Another one next patch. Not sure if it's gonna be a dungeon. But we're getting new areas, that's for sure. So you can check out this vendor here, right? If you want to like buy some items, like farm some items, such as for example the Aether Shard, what's it called? Pulsing Shard for Aether Ray, right? This Pulsing Shard is pretty good. Also I'm gonna check out these 2 shoulder pieces here, because they're actually useful for breakers, but yeah. The rolls that I have here, that I got offered here, are pretty bad actually. Oh yeah, the build has changed a bit actually in the course of this video. Like it's pretty... Oh, that's the guy we have to kill, you know. He can be quite scary sometimes actually, so you wanna like make sure you are prepared against this guy. Okay. I mean, if you play soldier, soldiers are not that squishy. Like Nightblades are... I mean, overall I would not suggest like Nightblades as like the easiest to play for beginners. Not at all. But if you want to play a Nightblade, I think Breaker or Dervish or Infiltrator are like pretty good. And yeah. And also Blade Master is not too bad either, actually, I guess. And yeah. Also wanted to like see how good a Breaker fares with like the new MIs that you can get while leveling, or like the buffed MIs that you can get. Wait, did we just get Choices of Barbaros? I mean, these are really good as well. Like, these are really good overall talents for any like character that needs total speed as well, right? But they got nerfed like a couple of times already, and while they're still good, they are worse than before. Yo, Kerplunk, thanks for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you, man? Welcome, Plunk. And everybody from Plunk's stream. How are you? How was your... I guess you were playing Titan Quest, right? How was your stream, man? But yeah, like, are these better than Kubokabra's choices, like Glacial of Psyche? Like, of Psyche is kind of bad, obviously, but Glacial prefix is pretty good, right? So, yeah, I don't know. These might actually not even be better. Yeah, it is possible to reset attributes, but you have to get specific respec potions for that. And you will get some in Act 5. Like, once you made it to Act 5 in Agdenborg here and you did like the first couple of quests, I think you're gonna get one. And then there are some other quests that also give you some, and I think some Nemesis bosses also later can drop them. So yes, you can respec it, like you can respec attributes, but especially early on it's not gonna be that easy. Like early on you can't really do it. Later you will, but your amounts of respecs will also be limited. So what I also should suggest for new people is that you probably shouldn't like invest all your attribute points all the time, but you should have like 5 to 10 maybe unassigned, so that you can like put some points in physique or cunning or spirit in order to like equip a new item that you found that requires like, I don't know, higher physique or higher spirit or higher cunning, right? But I mean, as long as you invest like most of your points in physique, you're usually fine. Like, even though Cunning Spirit got buffed a little bit for defense, the old rule that said put everything into physique except for things that you except for points that you need to equip gear is still true, right? Like you just want to put like everything into physique for most builds. Like in this case, I'll have like 0 points in Cunning, 0 points in Spirit. All of them is physique actually. Because yeah, like I get Cunning through Nightblade anyway, and I get Spirit through Arcanist, so there will like never be an item that I cannot equip. Actually, so yeah, I'm like fine putting all of my points into physique. But in some classes, you might have to like use some points into Cunning or Spirit. And also for endgame, like for proper min-maxing for endgame, there's some specific situations where you want to like put more points into Cunning or more into Spirit. But that's like build specific, I would say. 70k DPS is good for Elite. I mean, for AR, I guess, I don't know. To be honest, I've never played AR before level 94 so far. But I guess it shouldn't be that bad, yeah. I mean, as long as you're killing stuff and it feels good for you, then it's fine. I would say. These bosses here are obviously 3 bosses, right? Overlord from Adrich, the main boss here in the middle. He has resistance reduction. Usually he has like a flame, like the flame here that he spawns. Does have resistance reduction, but also like some other stuff has some debuffs, as you can see. Like these guys are pretty fumble and debuff heavy, so they can be quite annoying to fight sometimes.
Well met.
So don't just face tank them. Whenever you see lots of debuffs here and you feel like your HP is going down, just disengage and re-engage with Shadow Strike later on. I mean, yeah, like Nightblades are really good for like single target damage, which is like taking down single targets quickly and nicely. And they are like fine just facing these guys later if you have like good gear. But without the gear and with just this beginner gear, you might have like some trouble with like fighting 3 bosses at the same time. So whenever you have all the debuffs on you, just disengage and then try to single out the enemies and kill them one by one, right? Or like kill one enemy while not getting hit by the others too long, like too much. Crafts Dwarf 404, thanks for the follow, welcome on, welcome on. What do we drop here? We can drop some preserve stuff, right? Wait, did I get the other one? Oh, this one, okay. Quake time, alright. Have fun quaking. See you around, Venom. Okay, so I think that's basically gonna be it for this episode. I mean, I'm gonna take a look at gear as well, and like maybe try on some gear here. Give you guys the grimtools, and then this episode is basically finished, I would say. It's quite a long one again, I guess. And also I'm quite tired today, I'm sorry. Okay, what do we do here? What do we use? Okay, we sell this stuff, right? We have to check out these. Sell these as well, instead of garbage. And these are not bad items, and you should keep them if you found them. But they don't really fit this build that well right now. I mean, this one is good if you like want to play around Fettan with Blades caster. But yeah, we're not gonna do that here. It has a good ring to consider as well. And then this stuff here. So, we got Galewind Threads, which I'm probably gonna use because it also gives me +3 to Nightfall, which is really nice for Shadow Strike damage. I will lose Poison Rest though, which will be horrible. So ideally I want to use these. I'm not sure if I can use them yet, but hopefully in the future I will be able to. And then we have these Vigorous of Thunder, Vigorous of Psyche. I mean, these are both terrible actually. I mean, Vigorous does give you HP, but other than that, yeah, this doesn't like this cannot compare with like the resistances we get from other stuff, right? So let's just sell these. Resonant of Attack has crazy away, and also like really high conversion. And if you wanna like be efficient with like alternative character leveling, you can check out my how to speed level video on YouTube and like see if you got the items that are mentioned there. And if you don't have the items yet, at least the ones that I marked on this like mandatory, like if you don't have them yet, then you should probably get them. Yo, Capital, thanks for the resub. Welcome back, welcome back. 3 months already. Thank you so much for your support. Welcome back, welcome back. Thank you, thank you. So what do we have here? Wait, there's another prismatic. Oh, that was the prismatic of attack, right? And resonant of attack. The resonant is actually better, right? Because it also has Aetherness and has like way more OA and also percent spirit, which this one does not have, right? So if we're using one of these instead of the ones that I have on me right now, I'm gonna use the resonant one, right? And the resonant one does seem pretty good. We will lose Pierce and Codras, but gain Aetherness. I mean, Codras obviously is like way too overcapped anyway. Pierce Ras, losing Pierce Ras doesn't really hurt too much either. I still have like good overcap here. I did lose some elemental as well though, like the roll on this is pretty bad on the elemental roll. So my lightning is gonna suffer a bit. But overall it should be fine to use this instead, right? Like the OA alone makes it so much, it's like so good, right? It's crazy. Faction advice for the apostate.
Put it to good use.
I mean, side with Barrholm and side with Death's Vigil, because you cannot side with Comet Chosen when you're a Necromancer anyway, right? The Wit one, right? We need the Poison Wit. And also another Poison Wit here actually, instead of the Pierce. Yeah, that's good.
What brings you to my forge?
And get another Scaled Hide. Okay, for the Armor Absorb. Okay, what do we do now? So this ring would be good, and the other boots would be good, right? Like these boots are good. Okay, what about this belt, right? So if we use this belt, we get more Pierce, Aether, Elemental, Freeze. We don't care about Freeze. We don't really care about the Elemental either. But the Elemental is better than Fire and Cold, so we get like more Lightning basically. That's really nice. We get way more Aether. That's not needed at all. And we get some Pierce, which is nice, I guess. Okay. If we use this though, we are gonna lose some damage, right? Because we're gonna lose +1 Nightblade and gain +1 Arcanist instead. And that will mean that we have to like reshuffle our skills here a bit. Let's try to do that.
What troubles you?
So one here, and probably some here actually. Yeah, okay,
Stay
whatever.
strong.
One back here. You can put us to 17 now though, that's pretty nice. This 10. Okay, holy shit, this is gonna be so bad. Okay, I'm gonna lose so many points here actually, it's crazy.
What troubles you?
Not even sure if worth. I mean, it has to be worth, right? Let's put this to uneven points again for the Fizzras.
Stay
Because like
strong.
the even points don't give you Fizzras, so the even points are kind of bad. I need like one more point here for Shadow Dance, right? Also, why the fuck did I get rid of conversion points?
I
Whoops.
sense turmoil within you.
Okay, let's pull 2
Stay
points
strong.
here. Put 1 point here, 1 point here, right? Okay, so this gave me what? Freeze and Petrify, right? Petrify is probably bad. It's not even that bad, and Freeze is like crazy good.
I sense turmoil
And Pierce
within
is
you.
pretty good as well, right?
I
So
sense
I guess I could like
turmoil
put this
within
down to a
you.
1 pointer now even,
They
which would mean that
journey.
my armor would be worse again. But I mean I had 1900 before as well, so this is not like too much of a change. And instead I could I don't know, probably get this right. That's 212 on level 100 then.
Let me clear your mind
Right.
of regret.
That should be okay. Or do it
Very
like this,
well.
like put this last point here then. Yeah, Circle of Life, thanks to you for the 500 bits, dude. Holy shit. Thank you so much for your support, very much appreciated. And yeah, have a nice evening, man. Take care, see you around. Okay, what about the poison rest there now? Oh yeah, we just lost the poison rest here, right? So we can just use another anti-venom solve and solve that, right? Wait, what was an F here? Wait, what did I have an F? Hello? Oh yeah, mirror, right? Oops. There we go.
Scrap metal.
Okay, so the anti-venom solve. Let's count that.
Don't get killed out there.
I think basically once I'm level 100, I'm gonna assume you got like some blueprints. Or like once I'm level 100, I'm gonna like probably do the rule that somebody suggested me to do for like SSF Hound, like in quotation marks SSF Hound.
To good use.
Because like I didn't reset my my blueprints, right? So that's why I don't get blueprints. But I still have to like somehow, I don't know, handle getting or not getting blueprints, right? So somebody suggested me to like once I'm level 100 to just like give myself a blueprint for every totem that I like deal with, right? Because he said that
Got left.
he basically got a blueprint per totem when he was doing solo self found on higher levels as well. So I guess I could do that as well, right? So things like Agdenborg leather, for example, like good to get through like totems, for example. Crimson Spike. Nah, Crimson Spike is like a melee weapon. It's not really like a caster weapon. Okay, we put these here, right? This here as well. These into like usable items. These into non-usable items. This one's definitely a usable one though. And yeah, okay, this is like other stuff then. So we still have pretty good resistance cells, except for Chaos actually. Aether is way too good and Chaos is way too bad. But yeah, look at my OA and DA, right? What the heck is this now? We have 3.3k and OA and 3k DA at level 99 with solo self 1 gear. The fuck is wrong, guys? It's crazy. Like, that's actually crazy. Alright, there's one thing to give back to Anastasia as well though, right? Oh yeah, those quests would always give you a legendary weapon. I mean, not a weapon, but like any legendary item, I think. On Ultimate at least. This last quest from Anastasia. So if you are started with Anastasia, make sure to do the final Valbury quest as well. Mythical Will of Bismil, but that's a pet item, right? So it's useless for me, but oh well. Yeah, the music is pretty good in Grim Dawn. Like, I don't listen to it too much, but like while doing these solo self-found videos, I do listen to it. And yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's not something I would like listen to every time I play, because I've played the game just like too much. But yeah, I think it's pretty good overall. Like some pieces are not that great, but most of them are pretty great, yeah.
Keep an eye on this.
So, ideally, there's a relic called Nemesis, right? Like ideally, you wanna like get Nemesis relic and craft that instead of Death Chill. Like once you're able to craft Nemesis instead of Death Chill, use that instead of Death Chill, right? It's like a tier 3 relic though, and you might not be able to get it that easily. But yeah, once you got it, use it. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm done here for this episode, yeah. So in the next episode, I'm gonna try to do probably Act 7 up to the Vanguard, and maybe try some Act 6, or just like farm Alchemos actually for the rings, and maybe also like farm Loxmere again for like another dagger, because like the daggers are really good. But yeah, it's still gonna be quite the gearing journey on a Spellbreaker, right? So, and yeah, probably starting next episode as well, I will start to give myself like one blueprint per totem, or like maybe one blueprint of my choice for every like two totems, right? Such as like component blueprints, so that we can actually like give this guy some proper components as well. And yeah, for people watching, I guess you should just like farm and get the components. I don't know like how hard it is to like get some specific component blueprints. Has been quite some time ago for me. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for watching on YouTube as well, and I hope to see you around on episode 9.